Next, one of the world's most lucrative sporting tournaments, the Indian Premier League, or IPL, has been suspended for at least a week because of the deadly conflict with Pakistan. The decision to halt the cricket competition comes after a match in northern India was abandoned. There was rocket attacks in the region. Pakistan has relocated its own cricket league to the Middle East. Delhi and Islamabad are continuing to blame each other for escalating military tensions. And more than 50 people now have been killed on both sides of the border since Wednesday, the worst violence in decades between the South Asian neighbours. Speak to our correspondent Arunade Mukherjee in Delhi. First of all, Arunade, what do we know about the suspension of the IPL there?
Well, I'm currently, Lewis, at one of the stadiums here in Delhi. It's called the Arun Jaitley Stadium, and this is a stadium which has hosted numerous IPL matches in the recent past. And in fact, there was another match that was slated to take place on the 11th of May. Team posters are up. In fact, when we were driving past from that side, which I can't show you, there were several posters. The barricades are already in place from where they would have ordinarily directed a lot of the crowds which would have come on the 11th of May to actually watch that match on match day. But it obviously is now bearing a completely deserted look, and it is likely to be this way for the next 1 week because of that decision taken by the Board of Control for Cricket in India. This is very significant because not only does it signify and indicate the rising tensions between India and Pakistan, the IPL is one of the most popular cricketing league tournaments here in the country, attracting several foreign players, including coaching staff as well as commentators. It is watched by millions of people around the world. And it is a big money-spinning event. In fact, it also, in a sense, is it involves Bollywood because it has teams which are owned by big superstars like Shah Rukh Khan. It has teams which are owned by big wigs and big industrialists like Mukesh Ambani. So that's what the IPL is all about. So in fact, in many ways, it is right up there with for instance, the NFL in the US or even the Premier League in England, just to give you a sense of what IPL craze is like over here. So it is certainly a cause of concern, and there was a big security concern last evening on Thursday, as you mentioned, in the city of Dharamshala in the northern Indian state of Himachal Pradesh, when a match was taking place, but it had to be abandoned because just less than 200 kilometers away from that city in a neighbouring state, there were reports of missile and drone attacks. So that's the kind of security scare that there is. We are also getting reports that some foreign players have decided to leave. We don't know what is going to happen after 1 week, whether there will be a reassessment, but it all depends on what the situation, how the situation unfolds in the next 1 week.
And Arunade, just talk us through the state of the tensions between the two countries right now.
Well, the situation is very, very tense, even as we speak. India, remember, issued a statement saying that they had neutralized missile and drone attacks which had targeted some military installations in 2 cities of Indian-administered Kashmir, namely Jammu as well as Udhampur, and 1 city in the northern Indian state of Punjab called Pathankot. These are all cities which are close to the international border. India said they had suffered no losses. They also accused Pakistan of resorting to ceasefire violations along the line of control, which is the de facto border dividing Indian and Pakistani-administered Kashmir. Pakistan, of course, has denied all these allegations, saying this is mere propaganda by India, trying to malign Pakistan, asking the international community to take note of the developments here. We've also been hearing increasing calls to urge restraint for both the nuclear-armed neighbours, the US, the UK, the UN, repeatedly saying that we would like to see things de-escalate as quickly as possible. But the situation is still very, very fluid. India's government has been very clear that whatever they are doing is in response to the kind of shelling and what they call our attacks coming in from Pakistan. They've said that this is measured, proportionate and an equal response in the same domain as Pakistan. India continues to say that they are committed to peace, but they will not tolerate any kind of, quote, misadventures by the Pakistani military.
Arunade, thank you for that. Well, there's been overnight firing and shelling across the border between India and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The BBC's Farhat Javad is in Muzaffarabad.
As tension climbs between India and Pakistan, so do the consequences. The latest reports we are getting here are that several international airlines are suspending their operations in Pakistan due to this ongoing conflict in the region. I was in Muzaffarabad last night, which is the capital of Pakistan-administered Kashmir, and it wasn't a quiet night at all. From our hotel window, we could actually see artillery fire lighting up the sky, and people were really worried. This firing and shelling continued well into night in several sectors across line of control in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The latest reports that we are getting from the government of Pakistan-administered Kashmir, it says that during last night cross-border shelling and firing, 6 people were killed and 29 others were injured. So far, in last 2 days, the total number of death toll in Pakistan-administered Kashmir has reached 17. And 51 people are injured, whereas there is lots of properties are either partially damaged or they are completely damaged in several such sectors. The government says that during this firing and shelling last night, a 40-days-old baby and a newlywed young man were also among those who were killed in these strikes. Most of them were civilians.